Open Your Eyes is brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.
Live from the GBM studios in Belize City, it's Open Your Eyes. Start your morning right with your hosts, April Martinez and Isani Caetano.
Good morning and welcome to Open Your Eyes.
Start your morning right.
I am Isani Caetano.
And I'm April Martinez. And good morning, Belize. Good morning all to our viewers that are joining us live on Facebook, on YouTube, and on TikTok. Hi, everybody. So, of course, we have been going live on our TikTok for part of like maybe two, 3 weeks now.
More or less, yeah.
Yeah, and we've kind of racked up our viewership on that platform because, as Isani, you would know, news is everywhere all the time and every single platform.
And our viewers are everywhere as well.
Exactly. And so we want to be able to reach out to all of you and all of you everywhere that we could find. But we do have to close our TikTok live now. And so you can join us on Facebook or YouTube or on cable TV. All right, bye. Okay, Isani.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning. So what do we have in terms of show lineup for today?
Right. Let's jump into what we have in store for our viewers this morning.
Yes.
All right, so beginning with a conversation with our friends from the Belize Chamber of Commerce and Industry as they prepare resilient and change-ready organizations. Then, we're going to be giving Belizeans more ways to love with Digi Belize. And of course, celebrating the evolution of library services in Belize. And finally, making purchases easier with courts-ready finance.
Awesome.
Those are our 4 topics this morning.
I'm really looking forward to a lot of these conversations for today. We were having some of the discussions with our TikTok viewers this morning, and so we're going to be keen on some of these conversations. The library, the Belize Chamber of Commerce, and that training that they'll be talking about this morning. But before we jump into our show for today, here are the things that we think you need to know before you leave your homes this morning. Of course, these were all on our headlines in our newscast last night. First things first, police charged Saint-Bite barber in double homicide. No case submission crumbles. This is the case with Elmerna. And as he claims, wrong man is on trial. 2 charged in Corozal for cocaine possession. The Belmopan trade license fees jumped to 700%. And finally, this is more on the international tech front as men are secretly filming women using smart glasses. So that is also a conversation to discuss. Where do you want to begin, Isani?
I want to begin with our lead story yesterday.
Yes.
We already know that a young man, Kieran George Augustine, has been arrested and charged for the double murders in Punta Gorda. But I want to go in a slightly different direction, still related to this unfortunate incident. On Monday, we had with us the CEO of the Ministry of Home Affairs, Rear Admiral Elton Bennett. And I think one of the poignant things that he shared with us in our conversation with him is the fact that the police department has been moving very quickly to make arrests in respect of these incidents that are happening around the country.
Yeah.
Right? And this, for me, is testament to that, right? This incident happened on Saturday in Punta Gorda, and by Tuesday, someone had already been arrested and charged. And it comes from a place where we've, for the most part, been skeptical of the work of the police department where investigations are concerned. A lot of times, things happen and we don't know who do it.
Yeah.
And years go on and we don't have no closure, no justice, anything that says we've moved to the end of this particular case, right? But to go back to what he was saying, he focused on the idea that, look, a lot of what we're leaning on now is intelligence-led operations, right? So we move people, our assets into certain areas, we do the background to find out, okay, who are the players and so on. And so when they're making an arrest, it comes from an informed position.
Yeah.
So they're no longer casting a dragnet and pull everybody in, right? It's more targeted and specific. But that's only half of it, right? So now we have a suspect arrested in this case. Similar to how we found the suspects for the Mark Gabriel in Belmopan and the double murder of the Sarita delivery men in December. So we all have these people on remand at the Belize Central Prison. The other half of it now is to secure a successful prosecution, right? So that's where now the police prosecutors have to come before the court and say why and prove why these people who they have in custody are guilty of these particular charges.
I think it's one of those moments where we're seeing progress on one side of the justice system, and we have to be able to make sure that the other side keeps up.
Yeah.
We don't want that backlogging to continue. So hopefully we're going to be seeing these cases in our newscast and of course be solved in a very, very timely manner. But
here's an interesting segue, if you'll allow me, right? So while we move from these suspects, including Mr. Augustine, who was charged yesterday, while we move from them being on remand, we move to the High Court, where Elmer appeared before the courts yesterday, right? And man, the judge make light work of his whole no case submission, right? In all of 20 seconds, that was completely eviscerated, if I could use that big word there, right? They shoot it down immediately. So now he has to stand trial for the triple murder that took place in Belmopan New Year's Eve a couple of years back, right? And it's interesting because a member of family reached out about a week or two ago, right? And that individual was attempting to share information that would sort of cloud what is being presented in the court.
Okay.
And I kind of very apprehensive when it comes to certain things because I don't want to be held in contempt, especially when certain matters are before the court. But what is interesting for me is that those very pieces of information that were being shared with me are the very arguments that Elmerna attempted to put before the court, right? And when he took the dock for 27 minutes yesterday. And in a sense, I'm glad I didn't even touch the thing because...
well, as you said, it was eviscerated.
If the courts in its wisdom completely quashed it, then I would have been exposed, right? But no, the long and short of it, April, is that Mr. Na, despite what he's attempting to put before the court in terms of him being the wrong person standing trial for this thing, it would seem as though there's sufficient evidence.
Yeah.
And I don't know, liar, you know, my interactions with the legal system are very, or the justice system, very limited. But from all outward appearances, it would seem as if though they have enough at this point to go to a full trial with him, right? So it will be interesting to see how that plays out.
We are going to be here ready for it. And it's very interesting that we're talking about keeping up with certain cases in the court because it seems that the court is really doing their best to ensure that we get a final and accurate conviction on this particular case. So we're going to be seeing
not just this one, right?
Many
it's interesting
others,
that you're saying that because as well, I think last week or the week before, coming out of the High Court was a report that looked at the convictions from the year before and where they are in terms of certain cases that are being looked at. So I think the conversation, if I'm to bring it full circle, complements the work of the police department on one end and of course the work of the judiciary on the other end, right? So when the man say we have a conviction rate of about 77% at this point, it's not optimal, but we're making strides, right? Better than how we feel when man just the walk we can't arrest somebody for a murder or a crime that has been committed.
And I'm glad you said murder or crime, because it goes into the other case with the conviction of the 2 charges, for the cocaine possession in Corozal.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. That happened on Monday, but the
Monday.
police shared information with us yesterday, right? So 2 men in Corozal were arrested and charged for possession of 10 keys of cocaine. Now, for me, what stands out is the proximity, right? Because when we talk Corozal, Chetumal, Mexico,
And we just had this conversation with the
Right?
new Minister of Home Affairs.
Yeah, so it gives you this whole perspective of narco trafficking, and naturally cartel involvement comes into the conversation.
Yeah.
Not necessarily saying it's so, but because it is so close to the border, that's the first thing that comes to
But
mind.
we're also starting to see that this is maybe it's just me, maybe overthinking and overreading the amount of cases that we've been reporting on when it comes to cocaine and other high-end drug possession in terms of coming through Belize or trying to sell in Belize. It's coming closer and closer to us, Isane, and I'm very curious to see how we're getting good info, we're getting better intelligence now, we're getting better investigation that's happening now, so people are being charged for these things. But you know what I say, right? When you have more progress in certain places, you have to be able to keep up with the criminal mind.
Yeah,
right?
you have to not only keep up, but be a couple steps ahead.
Ahead. And it's hard when unless you're on the inside, how you want to know how to keep up, right? But that particular case to me is also a testament to how well we are doing in terms of how quick we're able to charge somebody, how quick we're able to capture somebody, and now it's just up in the hands of the court. But the other topic of discussion, which I thought was a very interesting conversation to have, is the Belmopan trade license subject.
Yes.
There has been a huge spike is not even the
You
word.
know what Belmopan is?
Yes.
Right? So I presume that a lot of people in our neck of the woods talk about this thing. Business owners primarily.
Business owners primarily, but the jump to 700% increase in trade licenses, I personally have not been able to fully comprehend where they went to the 700. So while I understand that they did an investigation for a year, while I understand an audit, for a year, while I understand that there were a lot of paperwork missing, I get all of that. I get that there are things that needed to be done. Clearly, certain people have been getting away with not paying for their trade license, perhaps not paying for taxes, and so forth. I understand all of that.
Not to make light of the conversation, April, but you need to find a calculator in the use.
I need to find a calculator in the use when I get
formula
to 700% increase.
Yeah.
I mean, in Belmopan, and this is one of the things that I always thought was very I guess complex, because Belize City is very urban, most urban space in Belize, and you guys didn't pay for like garbage tax and that sort of stuff, and so I always used to wonder, how is it that we to pay all of their tax and Belize City wasn't? But according to Mayor Pablo Kawich, there was a lot of people that were not, and there was a lot of paperwork that had gone missing, and so with that said, business owners are now being forced to pay, or are being told that they have to pay or keep up or pay or play catch up with their trade license.
My humble understanding is that there's a reconciliation process, right?
Yes.
So if Citco finds out that some information is missing from your folder, let's use that description, right? And they now have to calculate, okay, based on perhaps what you were paying before, maybe that was way beneath the threshold. Because in some cases, the mayor also made the point that some people were paying more than what they should have as well, to be fair to the situation, right? But my thing is, there has to be a reconciliation as to, okay, how do we take what would have been below the threshold or what would have been above the threshold and balance it out? Now, that being said, some people, in my opinion, would have get the right of the deal where that is concerned.
Yeah.
I think therein lies for some the 700% increase, right? But beyond that, April, my question is, well, does this bode well for the spirit of entrepreneurship and business in any community where something like this would happen? Because if I had to pay my tax, right, and you, City Hall, come and say something missing, and then now the new rate or the new fee balloon 5, 6, 7-fold, what am I to do?
And
am I making the kind of monies that would allow me to be able to meet that?
Right. So,
That's a
I
legitimate
think that was a
question.
question that was posed. Is this for certain business owners,
Yeah.
or is it for all across the board? And I believe the mayor said it's for everybody. But I'm here thinking about small business owners, the persons that have maybe a small salon somewhere, you know. And I think that when we're thinking about Belmopan, in this particular sense, we're thinking about the circle, right? When you think about the Ring Road and all of those areas that encompass it, but Belmopan also includes Las Flores, San Martin, Salvapan, right? And there are
All
a
them satellite
lot of
communities.
businesses that have started up back there, Isani. I don't know the last time you're gone back at Salvapan, but for people who live there, you could get lost, really. And there's so many apartments, there's so many businesses, there's so many spaces back there that one street alone has a pharmacy, a bookstore, a bookshop, a gift shop, you know, all of these
Bakery,
different everything. And so I'm really trying to understand where the paperwork went missing, where this calculation came from. That's where
So
I think
enter-
business owners are confused about.
So enter the political aspect of it all.
Right.
The former mayor, who is the now UDP caretaker, weighed in on the situation, right? He weighed in on the situation
Yeah.
yesterday. But I think for me, and I wasn't at the UDP press conference, so I didn't have an opinion, a chance or an opportunity to ask. But for me, this is how I look at certain things. It is easy for you to either lay blame or prescribe a solution once you've diagnosed a problem when you're out of office. When you're in office, everybody look to you and say, well, so what you mean to do?
Right.
Right? What did you do in light of this very issue when you were in office? Why is it now that, you know, there's an opinion as to what went wrong and how to fix it when perhaps more could have been done from the very beginning? But I say this because that individual is, 2 times removed from City Hall. There was the previous PUP mayor, and then now there's Mayor Kawich. But it seems to be, when I think Belmopan, and I'll be honest here, when I think Belmopan and I think City Hall, it's always been fraught with controversies.
Agreed.
I think that's a fair statement,
It is
right?
a fair statement.
I look at it from the point of view of someone in the news. When we report City Hall, Belmopan,
There's always something
one
missing.
thing or the next.
There's always something missing.
Yeah.
There's always a file that can't be found. There's always somebody that can't find a piece of land. Something that the unfortunate problem with Belmopan, and I can say this because I live there, we are growing extremely fast, and I think that our culture is looking to where we were in 2000, and we haven't left that sort of mindset. We still can't believe that we have so much traffic that you need a stoplight. And I know that sounds funny in all but it's a growing city that when I was perhaps maybe 10 years ago, I could probably afford an apartment. You can't afford an apartment at Belmopan now. It's one of the higher housing rates in the country, according to the economists, right, that are doing the calculations. So it's important to note that as the city is growing and progressing, you can't just last paperwork. That's no longer acceptable. That's not something that you can say was the issue, and now because you lost paperwork, this is the solution. There was a comment that was made in the newscast last night that I completely agree that what the city council should have done was gather the businesses together in a town hall meeting and say, hey, look, this is the issue. This is what we need to do. Let us help you in this sort of way. Or how can we do this?
So what you're speaking to then is dialogue and communication. Consult with the people,
Absolutely.
right? Instead of just come down heavy on
not
them with a
archaic.
new regime.
Yeah, indeed.
Wow.
All right. And finally, Sani, this is more on the international front.
This is the one where they wait for talk.
Oh, okay, well.
Go ahead, you go ahead.
No.
You go ahead.
So I found this Instagram reel while I was on Yeah, on Instagram. And it was just talking about smart
You're
glasses.
doom scrolling on Instagram.
I was not. I don't doom scroll, guys. I don't. This was BBC News, okay?
Then that's good.
But it was basically talking about the pros and cons of technology. And now we have, we have smart watches, we have tablets, phones, and now we have smart glasses. And the need or use for smart glasses were mostly for persons and influencers that are trying to video and so forth without using their hands, right? So you put on your glasses, you take a video, and you do about what you need to do, and that's kind of what makes your life a little bit easier. You have your hands free and you can film while wearing your smart glasses. And this particular video now shows that men are secretly filming women with smart glasses on, so they're not telling you, but they have it on, and this was one of the reporters from BBC that was kind of, giving interviews of women that said they didn't even know that they were being filmed.
All right, Maka, jump in quickly, right. 2 cents, right?
Great.
So I think what you're speaking to is what we call voyeurism. I hate to use big words or language.
Well, you have to explain to me what that means.
I was going to go there, right? Voyeurism, right? The whole idea of the peeping Tom thing, right? So I could remember, and this is something that's been happening for years, if not decades. It only changes forms, as you said, as technology advances, right? So I could remember growing up as a child, and some of women more mischievous than others, right? We used to have these circle pencil sharpeners with a little mirror, right?
I remember them.
And some of the kids used to take the mirror out of the sharpener, put it between their shoelaces,
also,
and then they peep under the students, the girl in the dress, right? That's voyeurism 101, if you want to look on it that way. Now you have a situation where you have the Google glasses, you have all of these other, AI glasses and stuff like that, smart glasses that, in essence, allows you to now record, right? So while the person on the other end is completely oblivious and unaware that they are being recorded, if perhaps they're in a compromising situation, right? Man, they just find a different way to do the same thing.
Here's my question, right, Isani, and this is something that boggles my mind. It's not just with the smart glasses, with everything that we do. As human beings, and I may never know the answer, somebody out there with a PhD tell me, why is it that whenever something new comes out, whether it be smart glasses, whether it be phones, whether it be anything that is new and supposed to help us progress as a society, we always find a way to corrupt it? Like what is it about us as human beings that we do this?
I don't think you need a PhD for telling that.
Tell me then. Because
I could point out perhaps the common sense in it. But what
is the common sense in it? Because there's no need for it.
Yes. People are by nature inquisitive, and some for all the wrong reasons, right? That's why put certain things in a people's hand, because you never know how far they're going to run with it.
Yeah.
Right? Some people have the greatest of intentions with technological advancements. Others use it for nuclear war and all these other things, right? So I don't think that requires any higher learning. It's just to say that where there's good, there's bad. And some people use bad and they manifest it through good things.
I just would like for us to please make we just keep nice things. We don't have to make everything be something corruptive and wrong.
I might need glasses, but I wonder if I smart glasses.
I don't think you need smart glasses. I think you just need to go to one of the eye center and get your eyes.
I'll leave it at that.
Sorry, can't say, guys, but I digress. But these are some of the topics that we thought you would need to know. We've been discussing them in our newscast. We want to discuss them here in the morning show, and of course, let us know in the comment section below what you think about some of these topics, or if there are any topics that you would like for us to discuss. In one of our comments, one of our viewer, Eric Shane Perry, says, amazing weather today. So let's get an update from the folks at the National Meteorological Service of Belize. Here's our eye on the weather. All right, for our forecast today, it says sunny with a few cloudy spells with only isolated showers developing. Tonight, skies will become cloudy at times with a few showers, mainly along the coast. It was very foggy this morning when I was driving, so let's see what our temperatures for today will be like. For our highs along the coast, we have 81 degrees. Inland, we're seeing 85 degrees, and over the hills, 72 degrees. And with our lows along the coast, 72 degrees, inland 64 degrees, and over the hills it's a very chilly 59 degrees. In our extended forecast for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, in our highs for the coast and inland on Thursday, we see 80 and 84 degrees, and in our lows we're seeing 72 degrees and 64 degrees. That's for tomorrow. On Friday, we see a little increase in temperatures along the coast and inland. We have our highs for 82 and 85, and our lows at 74 and 68. And on Saturday, we seem to have the temperatures remaining about the same, with 82 and 86 for high and 74 and 67 for low. And wrapping up our weekend, we see, degree temperatures increasing with 83 and 88 in high temperatures and 74 and 67 degrees in low temperatures. In our marine conditions, the sea state is slight to lightly chopped with winds blowing from the east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots. In our tides for today, our first low tide is at 6:33 a.m. and another high is scheduled for 12:22 a.m. In another low, it's scheduled for 6:51 p.m. and tomorrow's first high is scheduled for 12:41 a.m. And lastly, in our astronomical forecast, the sun rose this morning at 6:21 a.m. and is scheduled to set at 5:52 p.m. The moon set is scheduled for 12:50 p.m. and the moon rise for tomorrow is scheduled for 2:37 a.m. And that does it for our Eye on the Weather, brought to you by the folks at the National Meteorological Service of Belize. Isani, back to you.
All right, thanks, April. Guys, when we come back, our first conversation will be all about the Chamber of Commerce and Industry and how they prepare resilient and change-ready organizations. Stay with us.
Clean and maintain your yard the best way with Honda trimmers and lawn mowers. Honda Lawn and Garden Equipment, available at Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomie. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should your banking. Belize Bank. Go digital. Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
And welcome back. As I mentioned prior to our commercial break, the next conversation is all about preparing resilient and change-ready organizations. That being said, we have been joined in studio this morning by Yorshabel Katous. She's the Manager, Member Relations at the BCCI. Good morning,
Good
Yorshabel.
morning, and thank you for having us.
All right, she's been joined by Norman Grant. He's a systematic team coach of Star Cluster Advisory out of Canada. Good morning, Mr. Grant.
Good morning, everyone.
So we're talking about getting businesses change ready and resilient should there be any kinds of shocks or anything that happens that they're not prepared for, right? Let's put that into some context in terms of where Belize lies and the businesses that would need this kind of training.
Yes. So, as you know, Chamber represent employers, and so we are big on doing trainings. That's one of the core things that we do, because it's so important for the business owner and the employees to invest in themselves. Because once you invest in yourself as a business owner, you're on top of the game, and as a leader, you're supposed to be strategic in looking at direction and how to navigate. And then the employees, of course, you want to invest in their skills and knowledge so that they can help. I mean, they're the ones who run the operations, they're the ones who make a brand for you. So we look at of course, we have a full training calendar in the year, but of course, it's not just to add another activity. For us, it's very important for employers and employees to take advantage. And we try to add value to that. So this is a new training that we're doing this year with Mr. Grant, and he will go in details as to the content of it. But of course, the topic is so much important, resilient and change. The environment that we operate, whether you're an importer, exporter, regular micro business, the terms change rapidly. I mean, it could be natural disasters, it could be change in management, it could be your buyer change. I mean, right now, I think several businesses have started to adjust to the changes that are happening in America. So how is it you readily adapt?
Yeah. Well, let's get Mr. Grant in on the conversation, because how do you readily adapt?
Yes. Thanks very much for this opportunity. And I'd like to say that I was born in Belize, and although I lived abroad for many years, mostly in Asia Pacific region, Canada and Japan, Belize has always been my home. So I'm glad to be back here.
Welcome back.
Nowadays, companies are living with a lot of uncertainty around them, and it's very important that to understand how to approach certain changes, such as changes in tourism and climate changes, technology disruptions, and all of that. We need to be prepared for them. And these changes affect not only systems, but they also affect people. And this is where I come in. I focus on helping leaders and teams stabilize people first, and then build shared understanding before they begin to fix systems. When people are steady, then you can then do anything after that. That's what this workshop is all about this week at the Chamber.
In your line of work and all of the years of your experience, what has been one of the more challenging ways to operate within a particular business or an organization to get not just employees but also employers to really understand the training and to ensure that it has staying power and impact after you're done?
I think company leaders don't really understand people and the diversity of the people that they have. In Canada, there's a lot of diversity, and similar to Belize, but I think company leaders don't know how to use that to their maximum. You know, we look at people today, and we cannot. One approach does not fit all, and the big thing now is psychological safety. People need to be able to come to work and be free to, give their opinions without feeling that they will be judged. You know. But I think companies understand that something has to be done because they're trying to do business in a very difficult and competitive world. And they need the best brains, the best ideas to come forward so that they can challenge this and move forward successfully.
How do you mine and cultivate the best talent within your business?
I think it begins with how you bring people on board. The interview system, I think, is built with a lot of emotion. You know, if we seem to like the same sport, you'll be a good match for this company. But really, we need to ask people about their lived experiences. I think lived experiences can help us to understand a person and to understand how they will act in the company. Nowadays, we have to be very careful, to get the right people. But we want the right results. We want the best results. So.
I think that as the world is getting smaller when it comes to business, I think for Belize, we're exporting a little bit more now than we used to, and how do we then keep up and ensure that there is a particular standard within your company to ensure that you're able to operate in a manner that is a par with the rest of the global economy? Yeah.
I think one of the biggest challenges nowadays is that people come from different backgrounds they come from different backgrounds and they're trying to work together for the company. And it's so important, again, psychological safety in a team. For example, I work mostly with teams trying to be successful across cultural borders. And when I talk about cultural borders, I'm not talking about communities or countries' culture. I'm talking about individual culture.
Yeah.
Because each one of us is so different. And we come to this team and we're trying to work together. There's a lot of misunderstanding caused by cultural differences. But people don't have a chance to be able to talk about this and to get past it. That's what I try to help.
Because some people are rigid and inflexible.
Exactly.
Others can work up a compromise. So if we're coming from different backgrounds in terms of the way we look at our professional lives and what have you, we have to be able to meet each other at some point halfway at least, right?
And what's interesting, we need all these different people to get the widest range of ideas.
And what I like is that going back why it's so important for businesses to invest in trainings, because if you're not open to ideas and you're locked in, then you're not exposed to how to advance to meet up to the standards out there, like you were talking about exporting. If you're not on the wagon, you're not gonna be out there. You might just shut doors. So you have to be open for exposure, for trainings, for networking, for sharing ideas. And recently, like last month, we had a training on export marketing done by Mar Sharps. And what I liked about this is that he shared his experiences with fellow members at no charge. So we have to, that's what our trainings offer. So the trainings is not usually just a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of engagement, sharing, talking to each other.
Yeah, I think that we're slowly starting to realize that there is investment in training for yourselves and professional development and so forth. But given everything that we just discussed about cultural differences and trying to understand individual backgrounds and livelihoods, how then do you gather a group of people together and train them on resilience and change in their organization?
Well, we need to start someplace, and we have to start with people. You know, people dynamics is so important. I mean, you cannot do anything if that is not set in the right way. And it all begins with a discussion about, if we were a team, we would sit down and we would talk about, tell me about you, tell me about yourself. What are your lived experiences? You know, most teams begin the first day by saying, okay, you will do this and you will do that, and they begin to do all the individual tasks. But I truly believe that the first day, teams should sit down and talk about themselves. How are we going to get on together?
That is interesting, because you're right. Many employers expect that the employees that they're onboarding should hit the ground running from day one.
Like robotics.
So they're not given an opportunity or a space
Yes.
to actually get to know who they're working with and the various capacities in which they're working. They don't get an opportunity to be able to share themselves with others so that their colleagues could learn, okay, this person is coming from this background with this wealth of knowledge, and this is what would be contributed to the overall purpose of the business.
Yeah.
So important. Most companies, I truly think that many people come to work and give about 75% of themselves. But companies nowadays, because of the global trading difficulties, etc., they need a 1,000% of what people can offer. And the only way you can do that is to make people come to an environment in which they feel they belong to, inclusive.
But how do you do that with smaller businesses? So one of the things that BCCI does, your members, consist of like mom and pop shops, small businesses and so forth, where perhaps it's just one person or two persons that are upkeeping this business, and if a natural disaster comes and wipes out something from them that they would need, a resource that they would need, how do they bounce back from something like that?
One idea I have for this is for people in the same industry to get together and to share their experiences. And that's one of the things I'm going to be using in this training coming up on Friday, is for people in the similar industries to get together and to talk. I'm sure there's a lot that they can learn from each other.
That's interesting, Mr. Grant, because I'm thinking to myself that people in the same industry view each other as competition. Before they say, hey, let's share experiences, let's share what we've learned and what we expect to be doing in the future with each.
It's most definitely.
Man, I think twice.
But the thing is, do you have a choice? Do people have a choice? I mean, if they want to move. I mean, we have associations, right?
Yeah.
Different industrial associations. So people are connected through these systems, but we need to go further than before and to sit down and to talk about what are you grappling with? Where let's exchange our ideas and see if we can help each other.
But I think and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we're still very much in a crab in a bucket society where we can't do that quite right yet. I've seen certain businesses like Kaj do trainings and teach other women how to do jewelry, and we have women's associations that also train their young girls to perhaps, uplift themselves to have a business and so forth. But to say that we've seen collectively different organizations or different companies that are producing the same type of resource or same type of material come together and say, let's exchange ideas, I have not seen that.
Well, that's why I brought up that, and as Mr. Grant mentioned, when you're part of an association, that's the role an association takes on. Once you become a member, like member of the chamber, It's not for what's in it for me, it's what in it for all of us, because we're all businesses. And even though, like in our membership, we have all the financial institutions, and they are all running for the same same purpose, right? But we can all sit in a room and discuss, and it does happen. We can, of course, we're not at that level we expect, but we're going to reach there, because in this new world, that's the way to go, to actually share. And so that's why I mentioned about the prior training that we had, whereby you have one of the biggest exporter in the country, Murray Sharps, who shows up and show you and tell you their secret in how they got out at no charge. So that's what members do to support each other.
I'm also thinking of the idea of best practices, right? Perhaps it creates an opportunity for us to, even though we're competitors, we could come together and formulate what we believe would be something that could be standardized across the industry as best practices.
No, I think that's very right. I mean, we need to understand the boundaries of where we can interact with other people and what we need to keep, I guess the family jewels, if you want to call it. But at some point, we need to get together and to exchange ideas. I mean, there's so much people can learn from each other. Sometimes they're facing the same situations, but if they were to really get across to someone else in the same industry, they might be able to solve it together.
It's true. So this training is happening on Friday, and I think that one of the, I don't know if it's, I don't want to call it a challenge, but for many of us, investing in a training often comes to be difficult. So there is a fee to come to this training, but maybe share with us what they would be getting for the price. So I know there's one for the BCCI membership, and then there's for the non-membership.
Yeah, so as a member, you always get a discounted rate, and Mr. Grant is working with us. Of course, usually when you bring in a foreign person, it's more expensive, because you have all those additional layers of logistics to plan.
Yes.
But he wanted to do it, so it's a little bit reasonable than what we usually offer for international, almost half the price, and it's half day. So we're working just to try out the field, and it's half day. It will be at the Galen University branch right here next to healthcare, or at the BIM building.
The BIM building.
Yeah, they have a conference room there, and we're going to use that. And it's half day, 8:30 until 12. And of course, there are breaks. You get to network, and we have some snacks. You get a certificate at the end. But it's more than a presentation. It's actually a more engagement discussion. And this is, it should be an investment in yourself and in the business. If you want to stay on the top, you should invest in yourself and in your people. So the people that are coming to this training are like CEOs, directors. It's more at the managerial level. So we do offer different types of trainings for different groups, but this one is more at that levels.
So you've had the opportunity of living away for so many years, as you've mentioned, both in the Asia Pacific as well in Canada. So I would think that you have an outside perspective as to what's taking place in Belize with our business community and our economic environment. Would you care to share your observations?
I guess, I can't say I'm so much in touch with it. I have a basic idea of what's going on. Also, I lived in Japan for over 20 years, and we faced earthquakes every week. So it wasn't a matter of panicking, but it was a matter of having systems in place and being prepared. And I very much understand the sudden shifts in weather and tourism and such that can affect Belizean industry and economy. And I hope that I can help in some ways. I'm trying to return something to Belize. But my sense of what's happening here, this trip, and again, I don't know much, what's happening recently, But I get the sense that things are moving in Belize. It seems to be many new buildings, and so I have a lot of positive faith in Belize, and I like to help it move on as well.
Yeah. I think for us, we're growing at a very rapid rate. I think we've gotten up to speed with some of our technology. We've gotten up to speed with some of the ways that we do exporting and importing, but most of our businesses are small businesses and MSMEs. So to get them from that to perhaps a larger corporation might be the next step.
Well, we have about almost 45% like micros, almost 85 MSMEs, medium, micro, and small businesses. But I think for any business, you know, you don't forever 20 years stay as a micro. You graduate.
Yeah.
And so mingling and networking with other businesses who have done it can share that experience on how you can move from one to the next. And that's the kind of opportunity and platform that we provide to businesses. And so I just want to encourage, if you've not signed up for this training and this is something that you want to be a part to find out what others are doing, you could sign up with us still yet. We still have spaces, so you could just WhatsApp us 614-3138 or email bcci@belize.org and sign up to be a part of the session.
How can they pay for the fee?
Usually, once you sign up, because once you contact us, we give you a link to complete a form, and we send you an invoice electronically with the online
Information.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping by this morning.
Thank you.
I hope that the training goes well. I hope that there is a lot of inspiration coming out from it, and we hope to see you soon again, Mr. Grant.
Thank you very much. I would like to.
All right, before we move into our break for this morning, we leave you with a motivational quote. And the quote goes like this: "To know how much there is to know is the beginning of learning to live." Let me repeat that one. To know how much there is to know is the beginning of learning to live. And that quote is by Dorothy West. It's very inspiring for this morning. We're going to take a quick break, and when we return, we're going to be giving Belizeans more ways to love with Digi Belize.
Hello, friends. I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, "Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, Vengeance is mine, I will repay, saith the Lord. Therefore if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good." As we face the conflicts of life, it is good to remember that it is not how we act as much as how we react. God's Word reminds us that we do not overcome evil with evil, but we overcome evil with good. A young single mother demonstrates this for me in an unforgettable way. She was married to a husband who was a drunkard. All efforts to rehabilitate him seemed to fail. The evil influence on the young son in the home was not good. Finally and painfully, the home broke up, with the mother gaining custody of the young son. The mother went to work, and God began to bless her efforts. She was very concerned about the influence the former husband was having on her son as a role model. She wanted more for the husband and the son. Therefore, she provided the finances for her former husband to go back to school and to be professionally trained for a worthy profession. No, the couple did not get back together, but a young mother taught her son and all of us that the best way to repay evil is not with evil, but with good. This is what Jesus did for all of us at Calvary. Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
The Public Utilities Commission advises the public that it has conducted a comprehensive review of market conditions in the telecommunications sector, and as part of this process, has prepared an initial determination outlining the preliminary findings on whether any licensee may hold a position of market dominance in accordance with Section 42 of the Belize Telecommunications Act. This assessment is evidence-based and forward-looking and is intended to safeguard consumers and other users of telecommunications services by identifying where competitive limitations may be scarce to prevent risks such as excessive pricing, reduced service quality, limited choices, and unfair treatment. In conducting this assessment, the PUC reviewed regional and international regulatory approaches to guide localized assessment under Belize's legislative framework. The initial determination identifies the relevant telecommunication markets as follows. Retail markets include services supplied directly to end users, including fixed, mobile, and bundled offerings. Wholesale markets include services and facilities supplied on a non-retail basis provided to other licensees or users under conditions different from standard retail offerings. Additionally, this determination is structured to support informed public engagement and includes 11 consultation questions to obtain stakeholder feedback. The document on public consultation, Initial Determination on Market Dominance, can be viewed in its entirety at www.puc.bz. The PUC invites written comments from all interested parties, including licensees, consumers, consumer representatives, and the general public. Comments should be submitted to info@puc.bz by 4 p.m. on March 2nd, 2026, and include in the subject line, Comments, Initial Determination on Market Dominance.
Welcome back to Open Your Eyes, and joining us are our friends from Digi as they're giving Belizeans more ways to love. And on the couch with us we have Monique Vincent, and Vincent, and she is the marketing manager over at Digi Wallet. Good morning. And Naya Boden, and she's the senior solutions rep over at Digi. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
It is good morning.
So of course, when on the on the coach, it's because you have great news for us.
Yeah. Yes,
so let's start with what's happening at Digi for the month of February. We have some deals on some devices.
So this month we have a Digi Wallet exclusive promo on the Samsung Galaxy A06. So for this week only, you're going to be getting a special discount just for the Valentine's week. So on the Digi Wallet app, the A06 is currently going for $109, and if you purchase it in store, it's $119. Right? So you get that extra $10 savings. You could add top up. You could get your loyalty points. All of that for using Digi Wallet this week only.
Yeah. Are there any other giveaways and surprises?
We have a few actually. So we have our Love More bundle giveaway also that we have. You're able to win a one-night stay at Jaguar Reef Lodge, $500 Digi Cash, and a spa experience for two. And how you get into that, we have a myriad of ways how you could get into that via Digi or Digi Wallet, one of which is just buying this awesome device like Naya said, signing up for the different plans, the different bundles, and then via Digi Wallet, of course, is every $10 you spend when you're purchasing Bolito, receiving or sending Western Union, scanning and paying at the merchants and paying your bills. So if you have a regular bill for $90 and you pay that bill via Digi Wallet this month, that's 9 entries automatically into this raffle.
Wow. And then you're getting 10 entries for purchasing the Samsung A06
via
Digi
so
Wallet.
that's 10 entries. So like the more you do in Digi Wallet, the more you're gonna the more chances you get.
I understand that you ladies are traveling all the way south this weekend as well.
Yes.
Talk to us a bit about that.
All right, so Digi Wallet is having our E-Night pop-up. So if you've been following along or you're not sure what that is, we've been visiting different Digi Wallet merchants throughout the country. and we've been having these amazing give back experiences. So if you have a Digi wallet, you know, everybody's asking, well, where can I use it? We're highlighting merchants where you can. So this weekend will be at PG, in PG Town, at Teo's Hardware and Grocery. And when you come to Teo's, when you spend $50 via your Digi wallet in the store, we're going to award you with $50 DigiCash coupon to Teo's. Yeah.
I could imagine.
And of course, it's a first come, first serve basis because there's limited supply of those coupons.
I
So
can imagine my friends and family down south
Yeah.
in PG are going to be flocking to those.
yeah. So if you have a Digi wallet, come on out to you know, Teo's. We'll be having, you know, information. A lot of people aren't sure how to receive Western Union, send Western Union, how to purchase their bolita, all of which you can now do from your Digi wallet account easily. We've seen the issues with not having funds at certain brick and mortar locations. So with Digi wallet, you avoid those issues. So we'll be down there to help you walk through that as well.
One of the things I really love about the app, because yes, I'm an avid Digi wallet user, but one of the things I love about the app is trying to locate merchants. They have a map for that, which I absolutely love. So when I don't know if there's a Digi wallet merchant or if this person probably doesn't use it, I just go in the map and I check. And automatically pops up.
That's the beauty of GIS,
It's the beauty of GIS, it's the beauty of tech. But also it kind of helps, you know, persons that are trying to find certain businesses to be able to support through via the wallet. But are you seeing an increase, or do you think that people really are gravitating more towards e-wallets in general?
With our registration base being what it is, almost at 53,000 subscribers and growing, yes. So month on month, we keep seeing new users come onto the platform. We see new businesses asking to be a part of the platform. You know, in the very early stages, you know, we had to go out and do our sales pitch, and now we just have business coming to us. In the last week, we've signed up businesses all across the country. I think yesterday evening, the girls share Primus Pizza on the Northern Highway is now accepting the Digi wallet. So it's almost where doesn't take the Digi wallet now rather than where it does. So I like that, and you know, we're
You
growing.
guys have created quite an ecosystem in terms of getting all of these businesses on board. I'm not a Digi wallet user.
Yet.
Not as yet. But I could respect the fact that you've created this wide network of businesses that are sharing the same platform. I could only presume that the ease of doing business, you know, is quite an experience for someone who wants to transact quickly.
Correct. And it's not just the ease, it's the safety of it as well, you know. So with Digi wallet, all your transactions are confirmed by way of SMS, you know. So when it comes to like fraud, people hacking your accounts, you know, those things are very limited, if any at all not possible with a Digi wallet account. You know, merchants, they have the security of immediate confirmation SMS that you have paid, you know, so that text message comes with the name Isan and Cayetano in that text message saying that you have paid $54.32. You know, there's no question of if you sent it or not.
Every time I pay, this is how I know the merchant either have their phone nearby or not, because you hear as soon as I click send, there's a ping, and they automatically know that
comfort,
so it's very, very convenient. But apart from the Digi wallet and the Valentine's, are there any other sales and so forth that we can look forward over at Digi?
Yes, so we actually have our Digi on the go van also visiting PG this weekend. They will be available in Bella Vista and also in Santa Cruz and Sun Creek. So they will be offering exclusive discounts. These discounts are not available in stores. That's all I can say. Make sure to visit the Digi Go van if you're in the Bella Vista area or in Santa Cruz.
Okay. And they're going to be able to...
They're basically a store on wheels, so they're able to facilitate all the transactions that you would normally do in store.
Okay.
So if you want to sign up for a DigiNet bundle, a Digi1 plan, if you want to sign up for a prepaid or postpaid number, if you want to purchase the AO6, you can do all of those transactions. You could also cash in and cash out your Digi wallet.
Correct.
What are the features on your AO6? You're promoting
I know.
beyond the price point, but what does it come with? What does it do?
So the AO6 is currently in the 64 gig gigs. It has the 2 rear camera, and you also have your selfie camera. It has 50 megapixels, so it's very good for those selfies and for those, back on photos that you want. And we currently have them available in the color blue at all of our stores.
This is the blue one.
Yes, this is the blue. It's beautiful. Oh, this is the unboxing live, guys.
Yes. She's like, we could open it.
Yes, we could open it on the side just for our viewers.
This
to
is how you
see.
know that it's brand new. They're taking it out completely.
Yes, I'm so.
They have to be careful.
Yes.
And it's so like lightweight.
Yes,
so
it's
while
lightweight.
it's like sizable, it's not like heavy.
Right.
And that's what I like about these phones.
And so
That's very pretty.
That's
what's
very
beautiful
pretty.
about it is that it has a 6.7 inch display, so it's wide, so you could see everything that you want to see. You could scroll in ease and read the whole long post in one reading, right? But it's very lightweight.
So it makes for an excellent Valentine's gift.
Yes, it
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
And then, of course, you're coming up if you're purchasing via the wallet. Yes, so here it is.
No, but it's a. So what was the
complete
retail value, and now it's going for 109, 119.
Right. So normally this.
Put it past something. Correct.
But like the 119 is currently our in-store promotion, so of course the price was a bit more.
Yeah.
But of course the Digi is always giving discounts on our devices and finding new ways to save via the digital incentive.
And just to reiterate, this deal is only for this week. So it
Okay.
started
Yes.
on Monday and it ends on Friday until supplies last. So it's not like an unlimited quantity of devices. So it's
can
the
even go
first.
for Valentine's Day and do a little last minute thing.
I would
last
not
minute,
advise
I
you to
don't.
do that. Shopping.
It's Wednesday, so
Today's
you have
Wednesday.
But
two
most
more
people are get
days.
paid by Friday, but they might get the opportunity to run out that they shop, right?
You just
Go
have
for
to
the
make
best.
sure that your gift reached that workplace before 5 o'clock.
I agree.
This is why the digital wallet is important.
Yes, and if you didn't have any, if your pay didn't come in as it, you could also go on the Digi wallet and borrow loans from different institutions available.
Correct.
So
There is
Good size, Naya. Good size. I was like,
if he tell you he couldn't get you the AO6 Samsung because
did
he
not
never get
try
paid, he
hard
never
enough.
try hard enough, and he never had Digi wallet. Clearly.
Triple A, Cash Edge.
I agree.
Everybody find the job.
I mean, all you have to do is put in your details. Your money gets
Yeah.
deposited to your digital wallet.
Follow us for more dating advice. But all right, so just before we wrap up, one more time for our viewers, what they can look forward to when you all are in Punta Gorda this
All
weekend.
right, so for Punta Gorda this weekend, again, we'll be at Teal's Grocery and Hardware. When you spend $50 DigiCash from your DigiWallet account, you will get a $50 DigiCash coupon back to Teal's. It's a first come, first serve basis, so there's a limited amount of coupons. We start at 9 and we go on until 3 p.m. depending on when coupons last. We'll also be having double up. You could come out and learn how to sign up for a digital wallet and do your Western Union and Bolita transactions
and
as
what
well.
can they do with those coupons?
They will use it back for Teal. So if if you are waiting for a payday and you said, oh, well, I need a lead groceries, you could go back to Teal's and get your groceries
Wonderful. Okay, and that's this Saturday.
this Saturday.
Okay, and then of course the AO6 is just for this week.
Just for
Right,
this
but
week.
we're also visiting, our Digi on the go van. We'll also be visiting PG as well.
Okay, so Bella
Bella
Vista,
Vista.
Santa Cruz, and PG.
Bella
Vista and Santa Cruz.
Cruz,
All
yeah.
right. Well, ladies, thank you so much. This was a great conversation, like we said. Valentine's Day, that's Saturday, but you have this whole week for try purchase this AO6. Don't wait until
While supplies
while supplies
While
last.
supplies last.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
All right, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be switching gears to celebrating the evolution of library services in Belize.
All set. I swapped out the water inlet valve and everything is running normally.
Amazing. So what will be the cost?
Oh, for you? There's no cost.
No cost? I'm flattered, but I'm actually married.
Oh no, nothing like that. It's actually part of our 1-year warranty policy.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Don't worry, it happens all the time.
Really?
No.
Belize's only full-service GE USA dealer. Full service, full warranty, full selection. GE Appliances. Good things for life. Available at Design Depot. All in one place.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should your banking. Belize Bank. Go digital.
Man, that's me. My data done, and I really need to get my order out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Introducing BB Insurance, built for Belize. Your security, our priority.
And welcome back. Our next conversation is a one-on-one between myself and Principal Librarian Feline Cayetano. She's coming out of the Leo Bradley Library Service, and we're talking 90 years of library and the evolution of library services in this country. Good morning, Feline.
Good morning, Boit Benafi.
Biti Benafi.
It's hard to not say Niduhe.
I know, right?
So anyone can see Cayetano and Cayetano. We are very closely related.
Yes, we are.
And
indeed.
I'm just Isani just reminded me that he used to work at the library.
Yeah, so my first job, believe it or not, was at the Leo Bradley Library. Mm-hmm. Probably would have been 16 or 17 years old. Began as a summer job, right? And then I began working there on a part-time basis, all through sixth form actually. And so the library and the library system has a very, very close and very dear to my heart, right? But what I've been experiencing, and maybe it's just an observation as an outsider now, is that I don't know that people are accessing books and written information the way we once did back in the days when there was no internet or no ready or easy access to internet. You had to go to a library, pick up a volume, and actually find the information that you're looking for. Let's start there with our conversation, Feline.
All right. So I'll start by saying that the same way how music, you go from tape to CD to now MP3, digital files, streaming, these things, the medium may change, the media may change, but the content remains the same. Now, as you know, there's a different experience when you're browsing. Like, for example, you go to any retailer, e-retailer for books. They will send you their own suggestions.
Yeah.
But if you're going through to the library, you're browsing through and you see, oh, right, beside this book is this book. You get to decide what will come, or you see what is beside it in the chain of how it was cataloged.
Yeah.
But in this way, that, let's say the browsing history of all the other people who, the algorithm decides for you, here are some suggestions.
Yeah.
Right? So it's very much a different experience than your own walking through. So it kind of comes up to where we're in a culture shift of how people are receiving information. Now, I would say that a great number of people still continue to be very tactile learners. And those folks will always have a place at the library and always go. The others, yes, the door is open for them, but they are more so, they know exactly what they want and they go straight to it. They're not going to be looking at it the way that we do and saying, okay, this is beside this title, or this author wrote all of these other ones. Let me go on, one by one go through these series. But people continue to enjoy the library across the country.
Here's the thing, right? I think because I'm such a student of history, my access to the library would be for the national collections primarily. Because there is a wealth of knowledge in those books that pertain to Belize, its history and its people, that may not necessarily be online the way one would want it to. So whereas I could find any other book online, some of the older publications that relate to Belize and its history, you could only access that at the National Collection. So for someone like me, I would probably find value in doing that. But let's take that out of the picture and look at the younger students, who are younger users, should I say, who are accessing the library, knowing fully well that perhaps a majority of what they're looking for is right at their fingertips on a device.
To some extent, yes, and others, no.
Okay.
And also, too, there are ethical concerns when you think about what may be accessible to the majority of people.
Yeah.
Pirated books, for example, those things. But when I think about what you're talking about when it comes to the National Collection, Belizean information overall, it is definitely up to us to place that information online, and which is why we have the Digital Library of the Caribbean, which hosts that. And then you also have Access 501. The library collaborated, with the ministry and other sections of the Ministry of Education to put everything as much as possible within a certain amount of time, and it continues to build with Access 501. So you have Belizean ebooks. You have the Belizean newspapers, digitized and accessible through those two portals. You started out at the library. The National Collection, I was looking through it. Not only are there books, right, but there are books. You have audiovisual. You have posters, political posters. You see some of our gray-haired predecessors when they had hair, or when they had black hair instead of white hair. I will name no names, all of that, right? So you see people in the evolution of their political careers, and that's really beautiful. Our uncle, Baba Roy, he worked at a library one spell, and so I had found different aunts and uncles, and even my great, maybe another third great grandfather, who was an alcalde in Barranco, but it's because I knew my family tree, I was able to go there and find that exactly. Right?
I have a question for you, Feline. So, 90 years later, how do we now foster the love of learning through reading to our younger generation? So, I'm what you would call a bibliophile, right? Love books. I collect books. If they're not in the physical form, now I have a whole library of ebooks on my device, but books are everything. But I feel like we're a dying population. That's just my feeling.
That's what I thought too. And because every time when I'm in an interview or speak with somebody who doesn't know me, and I tell them I'm a librarian, they're like, what? People still go to libraries?
Exactly, right?
That is like the number one question I guess all of us have. But the thing is, that there are others who come to me and say, Miss, you're my hero. You know, I love libraries. I've been going since so. And so I said, I thought about this year, you know, and I'm covering up, but this is the 90th anniversary logo.
Yeah.
We had a competition for the logo and the theme, and then we have now a competition for poetry.
Yeah.
But in these 90 years, when we've thought about it, we go from shelves to screens, right? And that really captures, I mean, there's more to the theme than that, but we think about that evolution, where we started, brick and mortar, to, you know, now we have some e-books, everything, right? E-resources. But it's the love of reading itself, and that really and truly comes from the home. Like me, when I was, my parents are teachers, so I always saw them reading. And
so are mine.
You know, exactly. So it really comes down to parents. I really want to kind of put a call to action in this whole year to tell parents read. Let your children see you reading. And if they see you reading, then they will also read. You know, this morning, and this is a kind of a personal story, but it was in Belmopan, it tends to get very cold and the water gets cold, right? So I was renting a house that didn't have hot and cold water. And so to get through the mornings, I would sing.
Yeah.
And then my son reminded me, yes, and then when you got better technology, then you started to put a song on repeat.
Yeah.
And so then he got to learn a full catalog of different songs from my era because I was playing those songs that I enjoyed.
Yeah.
And similarly, you know, a parent to child with books, you know, there are certain books that I was reading back in the day that I felt they didn't really capture, let's say, my cultural experience. And I did not want that for my sons.
Yeah.
So I deliberately told people in our lives, you know, specifically to my parents, if you're going to give the boys any books, let it be books that look like them.
Yeah.
Let them be the stars of these books. You know, and
that's an interesting perspective.
Right? And so if you are, the books foster, you know, a sense of self-esteem. If you always see somebody else as the star of the movie, the star of the book, you know, if their story is privileged above yours, then of course your self-esteem kind of diminishes. Yeah, kind of subconsciously.
I'll share my personal experience with you then, right? So, because my parents are also educators, we grew up in a household where my dad had a library, small library, but it has encyclopedias, it has all the books that he was into, right? And he had a subscription to Reader's Digest. So every so often we'd get copies of Reader's Digest. He also had a subscription to the National Geographic, right? And so I would just go through those and I would get lost in books for days, right? So that's where my love of reading and then writing came about. But that's because, as you've mentioned, the parents set the framework for that. Now, as a parent, my daughter enjoys reading on her off time. My son devices everything. So we need to find now a way how to get him to enjoy reading, even if it's not in the physical form, but on his device. I say that to show you the evolution of how information is being consumed, right? I go from everything is physical and print to now my kids, everything is in digital form, and they could share, they could do their own little edits and all of these things in the wink of an eye, right? How has the National Library Service and Information Systems been able to keep up with these changes over time?
The tricky part really is how do we fit the needs of all?
Yeah.
And you know, there are many library theories and library leaders who have always said, give the right book to the right person, or for each person there's a right book or a right.
Yeah.
So that way we have, okay, you have to have a collection that has reference books, that has non-fiction, fiction, and you know, it goes on and on.
Biographies and all these other
the
things.
whole
right?
gamut, right? And for children as well. So we are, this generation, for us, we can fit in either category. We can be analog, we could be digital. Then the generation ahead of us, they are mostly analog, but they're in a digital world. So our our aim for that generation is to teach them how not to get scammed on WhatsApp, how to send us more than good morning, happy Thursday, happy Friday, forwarded messages, know which ones are actually us before somebody uses AI to tell them, hey, give me $500, you know, I'm somewhere in India, and I'm right beside them, but somehow they see, okay, right? So digital literacy, transforming the services that we have, updating the services that we have. Because in 1935, the library still stands on North Front Street, right?
The Turton Library.
Turton Library. And I have a friend, I was telling a friend of mine, she's a Belize City native. And she said, and I told her we have to retrofit that library. You know, it is reaching this age and stage, so we are seeking some updates, sponsorship. We're seeking, you know, architectural plans that would keep the integrity of the building. And she's like, no.
You know, speaking of the Turton Library, I think about a year and a half there, because I started off at the Leo Bradley Library, and then I use this Lee word because that never really that, but I'll just call it that, right? I was seconded to to Turton Library, and for many years, all the students from St. Mary's, from St. Catherine Academy, and all of the other high schools on the south side in that particular area accessed the Turton Library. And for a while, the same National Collections was housed there. So when they're looking for information on Belize, and then behind was like a children's section all the way at the back, right? Yes. And it was interesting to me when I saw people from all walks of life come into that library. I could recall Gilroy Usher Sr., who's now the area rep for Port Loyola. Every day he would be in the library writing his notes. Every day you see some kids come in with their books and what have you. But that was a altogether different cultural experience then from what I presume it is now. You have young people, children, older folks, people who just walk in and read newspaper because they don't want to buy the volume for themselves, so they go in there and sit down and go through all the things that are there. But I don't know that that's the same now. What's your observation?
Pretty much the same.
Okay.
You know, the flow of traffic is slightly different. We have less teenagers who come in, let's say, individually.
Yeah.
They come in groups. Yeah, they tend to come in groups. And we find that they are more aware of the library and more into what the library is bringing. If they come in the class, if they come, let's say we have a program that is specific for their age range, then they're more likely to come. We also have different programs like the Poetry Night, you know, that especially at Turton, that brings a younger audience, and that kind of has a range as well. But what I've seen at Turton, because you know I'm at Leo Bradley now, but at Turton, same. You say the neighboring schools, that's still the traffic. You have parents, you have grandparents. Like you said, the newspapers, you know, brings a draw. The National Collection is a subset of the National Collection remains at Turton, but the majority is in Belmopan at the National Heritage Library.
Nice.
Right? So that bridge continues, but there's something called interlibrary loan. So if anybody all over the country goes to a library and what they want about Belize is not there, and frankly, any other book that is written by a Belizean, that can be sent to their
library. Give you a little history lesson, right? About myself and my humble upbringing, right? I attended St. Joseph Primary School, and right around the corner was Cinderella Library. That was the first library I was ever familiar with. And I recall as a child, I borrowed a book. And I fell in love with the book. But they never teach me, well, maybe they did. I wasn't as responsible then as I am now as an adult, right? So I read the book, fell in love with it, and I misplaced it. But back then, when you go to the library and you take out a book, you incur late fees once you don't return it on a particular date when it's due, right? And so I lost the book, and I never went back to the library because I figured the amount is accruing and I can't pay that, so I just stopped by the library. Didn't go back to library until I was in sixth form. As I said, I took on my first job. And I realized that the only thing that kept me abreast of everything in literature and stuff was what my parents had going on at home. But I had to kind of get over the fact that, look, I can't just run with on this wealth of knowledge if this is what I'm into, right? And so I read everything that passes by. It's just one of those things. Anything where in a writing catch my eye, I make sure that I read it. But that's a skill that you have to be able to pass on to other people. And I reiterate, I don't know if I feel that energy anymore.
Well, let me
that
give
we're
you-
doing that, we're passing that skill on.
You know, it's more so the same way how people share their favorite film.
Yeah.
When you share your favorite book, that tends to have people excited. And there was a culture of sharing your favorite book. So, and there continues to be, you know, like I would say your co-host, Miss April, she's a family friend.
Yeah.
I call her Nibase, niece, because she and my nephew are very close.
Yeah.
And there was a time when I would come up to meetings in Belize City and she'd be coming here to work. And I would tell her, listen, over the weekend I read this book. And I would get so excited about the book. And within a week, she would get the book because she heard my enthusiasm about the book. Right?
You're her reference point in a manner of speaking.
Right.
Yeah.
And we tend to have the same taste in these, like, 300-page books that I really take you on an adventure, winding, twisty road, and lots of rich characters and, scenery. But it really is up to you, fellow readers. If you're concerned, then tell other people like that. Share that joy.
All right, so before we wrap this up, I'll ask you what your top 5 books are.
Oh.
Then you can ask me what are my top 5. Then we call it quits, right?
I cannot.
You cannot?
No.
You can't think of, okay, so who's your favorite author?
All right, so right now, Nydia Okorafor, Fiona Zed, Dr. Current Murtha Lewis, right, a Belizean author. There would be Chimamanda, right? And I would say Jamaica Kincaid continues to be the top.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. All right, so my 5, right? So I fell in love with this book that I still, from time to time, go back to. It's called Their Eyes Were Watching God from Zora Neale Hurston, right? And then the entire V.S. Naipaul series, right? I also do some Ziegel, but I'm also into political fiction, right? So there's an author that I follow closely, Brad Thor. Excellent if you're into, all of these geopolitical things with countries and espionage and them things, right? Just like Tom Clancy. So I personally try to have a wide range of, authors that I follow, because I believe that information has to be universal, right? So you can't just limit yourself to one type of literature, one genre, one area of lit, right? You have to be able to be well-rounded and read everything. My final question to you, what are we doing about 90 years? How are we celebrating 90 years of library?
So we started off the first week of December 2025 with our general meeting. We had a staff trip. We had Love Your Library Day. We had anniversary celebrations of not only Leo Bradley, but also Turton Library. Then we ended off with the holiday celebrations that happen annually. So annually, there's what at Leo Bradley is called the All Year Reading. Others call it a Christmas party. They, a series of things, but members of each library, they come together at their branch and, they celebrate. They also have different learning activities. It's an array of things that takes place. Right now, as I said before, we did a theme competition that was in-house, logo as well, in-house, and now we're branching out, and on February 20th is the deadline for the poetry competition, which has a youth category, children's category, teen, and then we also have adult. So those are posted on the library's website, bnlsis.org. We will also potentially have a jingle.
All right.
We're kind of like, we're playing with that one, more so because none of us are singers. So we'll probably call it, good friends who are musicians to guide us when it comes to that. But definitely we will have a painting competition, and we want to also give out some advocate awards. We are really why we have lasted 90 years is community support.
Yeah.
Right? And community equals from the child who pays their fees, their late fees, to the
Don't rub it in, don't rub it in, don't rub
to
it
the
in.
donors who
Mine's supposed to be at $10 million by now, but yes.
to the donors who pay for people's membership. To the donors and sponsors who give technology, who enable us to do what we have done so much for so long with the limited funds and grants that we're able to get. And it's ongoing because all over the country, we have 48 libraries. We gone from one, and let's say in 1935, one library. 1936, there were about 6 shelves in district commissioner's offices. And then, it continues all over the country, expanding and moving from a shelf to maybe a community center to its own building. We go on and on to that evolution. But each library has to go out, each librarian, each member of the staff have to go out and say, hey, how can we collaborate to ensure that children, adults, people of all ages get to enjoy these books, get to learn how to love books and love reading. Because as you know, it's a love of learning.
Final question, right? In 1998, the going cost of a library card, $2, I remember that, right? So what is it now, adjusted for inflation?
It's still $3. It's $3 now.
It's $3 now, so
yes,
$1.
$1.
All right, fair enough. Thanks for joining me this morning, Feline. It's been a wonderful conversation. We need to get more young people, more readers into the library system to understand how information is shared and how information is gathered. Once again, thanks very much. This brings us to the end of our conversation, right? So we're going to take another quick commercial, and when we come back, there's more Open Your Eyes. Stay with us.
Man, that's me. My data done, and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
All right, on the one fun day, the window open and the light may turn off. You look like you listen to me, Jamie.
Not only that, I even get a new coffee mug where keep my coffee hot all day.
I'm impressed. You don't look like you're so hard, yes?
Better than that, BL can change my meter to one of their new smart meter, they call it the AMI.
Oh, I hear about it on TV from a BL ad, you know.
Yes, man, it don't reach the man better to change it right now. Let's go check it out.
Hey guys, I'm almost done here.
So now when you reach my area?
We're upgrading meters across Belize, house by house, business by business. Always look out for BL logo, uniforms, and IDs. BL will make you know when we're in the area. The EMI meter rollout is a part of BL strategy to modernize our energy services.
You don't need to come in at my house, right?
Come in at your house, boss, only if you got something good for you.
BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
Every day, the demand on your business get higher. More productivity, better equipment, and reliable support to keep up with a fast-moving world. At Cellular World Business Solutions, we're ready to help you boost performance across every operation. Don't let outdated technology hold you back. With our certified and supported solutions, your business stays ahead. We supply office equipment, printers, inks, and toners, software licenses, IT system assembly as your Dell Platinum and Cisco partner, appliances, and custom orders tailored to your needs. From startups to large enterprises and renowned institutions, we serve every corner of the country because no industry can afford to fall behind on technology. Let's take your business to the next level. Contact us today at 610-2494. Cellular World Business Solutions, your reliable partner in business success.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should your banking. Belize Bank. Go digital.
Man, that's me. My data done, and I really need to get my ARA out today.
Really? Well, you can join our Smart Group plan.
Really? How that work?
Easy, let me tell you.
Whether it's family, friends, or your small business, we've got the perfect plan for every group. More members equals more savings, more connections. Smart Group plans bring the connectivity you love to you and your circle. No one gets left behind. Explore Share One package option and add on unlimited data, calls, and SMS for the entire group for less than $50 per member. Visit any Smart showroom countrywide or email sales@speednet-wireless.com to sign up today. Smart, bringing people together.
Haven't updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Clean and maintain your yard the best way with Honda trimmers and lawn mowers. Honda Lawn and Garden Equipment. Available at Benquip. Equipment, parts, service.
We at Fulltech Systems understand that technology isn't just a tool, it's a game changer. At home, smart devices and AI are revolutionizing daily life. In education, tech is making learning more interactive and accessible for students and educators alike. For businesses and government, it's driving innovation, streamlining operations, and unlocking growth, leveraging tech for better services, infrastructure, and security. At Fulltech Systems, we help you thrive with cutting-edge solutions, partnering with leaders like Dell, HP, Microsoft, APC, Fortinet, Cisco, and Tomy Inc. We deliver the right products for your needs, whether it's boosting efficiency, improving customer engagement, or scaling operations. Connect with us and let's drive innovation together. Fulltech Systems, your technology center, where you come for the price, but stay for the service.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should your banking. Belize Bank. Go digital. updated your information recently? Well, kick off the new year as a winner. RF&G Insurance is giving you a free chance to win every month. Entering is easy. Just chat with us on WhatsApp and update your information. That's it. You'll be automatically entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win awesome prizes. Don't wait. Message us on WhatsApp and update your info today. RF&G Insurance. It pays to get it right.
Welcome back. We are wrapping up our Wednesday morning show with Quartz Ready Cash. All right, so we have with us Kelson Tillett, and he is the credit supervisor over at Quartz. Good morning. And Anel Young, who is the marketing officer. So we are making purchases easier with Quartz Ready Finance. But before we get started with all that Ready Finance has to offer, let's jump into something very exciting that is happening over at Quartz for the Valentine's Day weekend.
Right. So guys, happy Valentine's Day. It's another memorable event at Quartz. What is not happening at Quartz every weekend?
It's true.
We have two-day event right here at Quartz Belize City. We're offering amazing offers. We have offers happening right now, like great gift ideas. But we wanted to sweeten up the pot, right? So we know that some people are still doing their purchases for their credit cards, Christmas, you know, some stuff are still in plastic.
Yes.
Perhaps the stove got used a lot for Christmas and the baking, and you know, those Valentine cupcakes are not coming out that great. But you don't have to worry, and you don't have to think twice with Quartz, because we're offering an amazing 30% off when it comes to credit purchases with Quartz Ready Finance. And when we pull out that 30%, I know if you're already a Ready Finance customer, you know those are the big guns that we pull out, because the deals are just amazing. And I know I talk about all the great offers, but Kelson knows exactly what we're talking about when we talk about credit, about how amazing deals and savings you can get when you talk about credit.
Credit.
Wow, let's begin there.
It's a bit of fresh year for some, and it's sometimes like a question about what is credit and what does credit afford. And I reach out to the young people as a young person myself coming up. I had the same mentality of purchasing stuff on credit, the thought of owing someone for a period of time. But what my goal and Quartz goal is to not only help people get the stuff. Yes, you can afford it. Even if you cannot buy it cash, you can get it credit. And so I want to talk about the benefits of getting stuff on credit. You know, you come in, you have necessities, not things that you just want, because Quartz obviously provides stuff that you want, all the goodies, but we provide a range of household items for a budget that everyone can afford. So if you're just a shopper that wants to upgrade every year, you could come in and get with us, and that's credit. Or if you're just someone who is looking for something nice or affordable, you can get it there. But if you're just starting out, you just need an item, we have that budget for you, and you can shop with us and credit. And so you come in, you don't have that cash on you, but you need your item, you need your bed, you need your stove, you need your washer.
Your appliances.
These are the stuff that you come in to build your history with us, because it's necessities. Why not build a credit history? Get something that you need, and you choose how you want to pay us. You choose what you can afford within your budget, because we all have a budget. We have kids, we have bills, we have things that, you know, we need to cover every month. So with Quartz, we help you to plan a budget that you can afford, and you could walk away and start to enjoy your items right away. And the benefits that come with shopping with Quartz and credit, only we provide these things. So I'm talking about the payment protection plans. You're 18 years old, 19 years old, 20 years old. Some people think about insurance, or people have home insurance. Some people think, oh, that's going for stuff. Or you have to pay extra. No. With Quartz, when you come to get anything on credit, you're automatically schedule and you automatically could get insurance with us. I'm talking about in the event that you get an item from us and your home was burglarized and that item was lost, you're covered by us. We help you with your payments. In the events of fires, floods, natural disasters, Belize is prone to a lot of rain, hurricane weather, fires, natural disasters. Courts have you covered. In the event of you got in an accident and you've been hospitalized, courts help you with your payments for the time that you were hospitalized. If you're disabled, you got in an accident, you got disabled, courts cover your plan for you. In the event that a loved one had an account with us and you think, maybe this responsibility fall on me. No, if that person dies, courts have the bill covered, right? So those are the insurance that you automatically get covered.
How do your customers ensure that information gets to you and gets to you in a timely manner?
So at every courts branch, we have a credit representative. You come in, so if you've been hospitalized, you come in with your medical documents, and our credit officer is always readily available to see you. You tell them that you come to claim your insurance, and we are helpful. We are open with insurance and what you could get, because it's not something we're trying to hide. It's something that we're trying to tell you that this is for you. You can afford to get on credit, and this is the benefits that you will get, and the credit officer will run down with you and tell you exactly what we will help you with the payment. And they send it in to us, we review, and we process the insurance payment. So that is what I want you guys to think about, being protected. Not only that, we're the only place that covers warranty. You go and you purchase something, whether it's credit, cash, you could purchase that warranty. And that warranty you get as a part of the bundle deal, as a part of the agreement. So it's not like you're paying for the warranty up front, neither, no. $0 down, and you still get that up to 4 years of peace of mind that, if anything happens to my product manufacturer wise, courts got you covered, whereby we have our repair team, Servitech, that they're taking your items right away, and they're always on the ground 24/7.
I think he said he never may talk much.
Right?
Definitely broke down the whole credit institution for you.
What do you need?
What else do you need, right? But how now do you marry this with your sales that is happening this weekend?
We talk about 30% off. That's the grabbing.
All right.
I want to explain to you. You come in, like I said, starting from 18 years old, you come in, you bring your social security card. For the people that's formally employed, job letter, or a month of pay slip, you bring in a utility bill and your ID. 2 contact references, my brother and my friend. You come in and you have those items, and we'll be right there to help you. And so you had an item that you were eyeing on, maybe from Christmas, right? A lot of young people came in Christmas and were furnishing their homes, buying gifts for their mother and their father, and they are paying on time because they are like, I am budgeting. I came in and I said, okay, I want to pay this amount, and I walk away with my items, and they were like, wow. And they are building their credit with us. So in the event of emergencies, when you start to build your history with us, we have already cash team, right? Everyone needs a little cash on hand at the moment. So when you build a good history with us, you come in for an emergency, you could get cash from us without any hassle.
Because you're a good
That's the importance of building history with us. And so, talk about how this ties into the product. 30% off. You come in, like I said, we have a budget for everyone where you benefit. So we're starting at 10% off, up to $1,500.
Right, so
and then between 1,500 and 2,500, you get 15% off, and then for the big item purchase, so if you're buying a couch or a big boy fridge, or you're buying everything for your apartment, stove, fridge, TV, you get a whopping 30% off. And when I tell you it is a lot, it's off the cash value.
Let's go back. There was a shot on the screen just now with the card itself.
The gift card.
Yeah, the refer and earn. Yeah, there we go. Talk to us a bit about this.
So the refer and earn program, everyone benefits. So I come in and I got an account with course. Wow, like I said, I got an amazing deal. I'm paying my time. I refer a friend. And when I refer a friend as a new customer, you come in, you have never got something from course, but you come in and you're interested, you apply, and you just let us know the name of the person who referred you. And once you go ahead with so for every new customer that we get, and let's say you referred me and I'm a new customer, I come in and I get the item on credit, I give your name, you will get a $50 gift card. So for every referral, you get a $50 gift card. So you could do that multiple times and you will get a $50 gift card for that referral, right? So everyone benefits at the end of the day, right?
So Anel, back to you, girl. I don't think you may need to come at this point, but back to you.
I mean, it's gonna be, guys, this is the first 2-day event.
Yes.
We're setting it off with Valentine's Day in Courts, Belize City. So if you're in court in Belize City, you guys are lucky. If you're not in Belize City, make sure that if you have a road trip to Belize City, because you'll be getting these offers only in Belize City starting Friday and Saturday, right? This is the beginning of a tour.
Okay.
So follow us on Facebook so that you know where we will be next at the courts near you. And guys, I know you guys said the refer a friend and the 30% off is amazing, but we have even more deals and more activities for you happening in store. We have spin the wheel. So we have amazing prizes in there. Once you purchase on credit, no matter what purchase you enter to spin the wheel and get amazing prizes. You also enter the raffle, because every single location we're giving away. We have 7 courts, so we're going to be giving away 7 iPhones.
Wow.
February. So
17 Pro Max?
7 at every location. So Belize City, we're gonna be giving away an iPhone.
I like how you had to ask her which kind, because
Belize City one is a 16. Is a 16.
I think that's 16 Pro.
That's 16 Pro. It's a 16 Pro in Belize City.
Still good. Still good.
Great.
Yeah.
So you know you get a chance to win a iPhone, guys. So no matter where you are, if you go to when we go to San Ignacio will have its iPhone. Dangrega will have its iPhone. Punta Gorda will have its iPhone. So no matter where you go, you will have a chance to win this iPhone.
And you win it by spinning the wheel, or you win?
So this is an additional. So this is an additional. So we will have treats as well. We will be having pop-up shops as well in Courts Belize City. So we have gifts as low as $44. So you know I know that is an electric kettle for sure. So I mean I love tea. I mean everyone loves the hot water. I mean people be looking, and these are little gifts that we have. So we have our flowers, ornaments. I mean you want to do it big, you can gift your special someone a fridge, a TV. We have 32-inch TVs going for as low as $399 right now. Nice. Right? We have TVs all the way up to 98-inch TVs.
Wow.
We have that going for $4,999. And remember, you can buy all of this on credit this weekend at Courts Belize City at 30% off. You could bundle your items. So whether it be an air fryer, a TV, and you know, you can bundle all of these items and you can get it on credit. We have motorcycles as well. So if you're in the line looking for motorcycles, we have AKT motorcycles. These are 2026 versions. We have them as low as $2,399 or $34 weekly. You want to gift yourself, you know, fitness and health. We have that as well, $499. We have new arrivals in fitness. So no matter what you are looking for, and gifts, and I mean, I love giving gifts and functional gifts that everybody loves, right? And that get to use. So you can get those as well and get it on credit and have affordable payments.
What time do the doors open for these sales?
We are open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we open during lunch. So we also have courts.com. So if you're not maybe you say I don't have time, but I'm gonna be searching around, you could go to courts.com. But I always encourage everyone to come into store because we always have new arrivals coming in. And you never know, you walk away with a blender, an air fryer, and all these cool gadgets. We have Radio Shack speakers. I mean, I've been hearing my neighbor blasting out their music, you know. But I mean, these are the little fun gadgets that we have in our homes that make it more easy. And you can have it easy with Ready Finance and fun and moments, because we have long weekends coming up. So I know my neighbor got a karaoke machine for Christmas, and I think I've been enjoying some of it. So I mean, you can get all of these at affordable prices this weekend.
And I know since you're going to be doing the tour, you will also be back to talk a little bit more about
Of course.
That. Wonderful. Well, Anel and Kelson, thank you both so much for dropping by. We are having our courts sale this weekend in Belize City, Friday and Saturday. And of course, you can get the till 30% discount even with Courts Ready Finance. Thank you both so much.
Thank you as well.
All right, we are wrapping up our Wednesday morning show, and we want to say thank you to all of our guests that came by, had the conversations with us, and of course, thank you to our viewers for engaging with us in the comment section, and of course, opening your eyes and starting your morning right here with us. It is February 11th. If it is your birthday today, happy birthday to you. And if you have a birthday shout out or just a question or a comment, you can drop us a line at oye@greaterbelize.com. You can also catch us live on Facebook at Open Your Eyes BC, and you can check out all of our behind the scenes on OYE Belize on Instagram. And if you have a question, you can also WhatsApp us on 675-2555. But please do us a favor and join us again tomorrow when you open your eyes.
To start your morning right.
Be sure to keep your eyes, your minds,
and your hearts open.
We'll see you soon, Belize. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.
Was brought to you by the Belize Bank, our country, your bank, and Smart, bringing people together.